Here I'm going to do a full body workout starting with a warm-up. So put your hand behind your head and crunch the elbow to that opposite knee. Switch sides. Crunch, feeling those abs, warming up the whole body from top to bottom. Here we're going to start our strength with a squat. I want you to sit back so your knees don't go over your toes. Your feet are maybe a little wider than hip width apart, shoulder width apart. And sit way back like you're sitting in a chair. You're working your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. It's a great lower body exercise. Little presses here, keeping it low, feeling the burn. And we are going to go do some upper body. So here we're going to work on our chest. And your arms are going to be a little wider than shoulder width apart, or about shoulder width apart. And we're going to do a push-up here, which I love. You get your arms, you get your back. You're actually working your core a little bit in this. And you could do it against a countertop. If that's too difficult, you could go up against a wall for starters. Some of you might want to go down onto the floor, but I think this is a really good happy medium and just a great upper body exercise. Now we're going to go back to lower body. We're going to add something here to our squat. So we'll squat down and then lift one leg, the same leg, for a little abduction, little hip abduction. Everything we're doing about 10 times. If you have trouble with your balance, stare at something stationary on the floor. But this is really great, not only for your quads, glutes, hamstrings, but your balance. Switch sides, and we'll do about 10 more on this side. Sitting way back, and the weight is on your heels as you're pushing through. All right, back to a push-up. This time we're going to narrow our arms a little bit, so you're going to feel it a little bit more in the triceps. See how my chest is kind of going over the counter. My elbows are into my ribs, working that push-up with a little more tricep emphasis. We love to get the back of those arms. Still working your chest, a little bit in your back. It's great upper body exercise. Again, you can do this on the wall, at the floor. All right, now we're going to do another lower body exercise, the plie squat, the sumo squat. There's lots of names for this, but your toes are turned out, going as low as you can. Weight is still pushing through those heels. And at the end, we are going to do little presses, so get ready for that. Here we go. Little presses, that's where you feel the burn. All right, hang tight. We're gonna do some core work here and a little more upper body. If you're new to the plank, you can just set yourself up on the plank with your forearms and hold this position for as long as allows, 10, 15, 30 seconds. Otherwise, if you want to up the ante a little bit, you can start lifting each leg. We'll do this about 10 times. Sometimes the towel gets a little bit slippery on the floor, so if you have a mat close by, that might work better. But like I said, it's a kitchen workout, so we're going to use everything we can find in the kitchen. Here we're going to rotate back and forth, getting those obliques, working those abs. And now we're going to go into a dolphin plank. This is where the towel might slip a little bit, but you're really pushing through that upper body, so you're feeling it in that upper back. You're doing a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Feels good in the lower back too, but really a nice full body exercise when you're doing these planks. Here we're in the child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths in and exhale. We're going to do some really wonderful stretches. So sit on your towel or your mat here, cross your legs. We're going to place one arm on the ground and scoop that shoulder and come all the way up. Now lower that elbow as far as you can and then bringing it up, lowering it again, pushing through that opposite glute, feeling that beautiful stretch in that low back and hip area. Now we're going to go forward over that thigh, feeling stretch down in that QL, which is a lower muscle that connects from your spine to your hip. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Now let's go to the center, taking a nice big inhale and exhale as you feel those muscles releasing in that lower back. Now put your other hand on the ground, lower that elbow, raise it up again. Lower it one more time, pressing in with that opposite glute, feeling that stretch. Now, going to stretch our hamstrings a little bit. So tuck one leg in and lean over that leg, feeling that nice hamstring stretch. Let's go to the other side. And leaning over, feeling the back of that thigh. Now let's cross your legs, stretch your chest by clasping your hands behind your back, really opening that chest. And now cross one arm over and press that wrist into the other hand. You'll feel that lat stretching out in the back, that big triangular muscle. Let's go to the other side. And now let's just do a little hip opener, swinging around in front in circles. Feeling those hips open up. Now reverse directions. Feels so good. Deep breaths, inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale.